Have you ever tried to do something that has never been done before? I ain't talking to your neighbor. I'm not talking to the person behind you. I am talking to you. What was it? What pushed you to go for it? What was the boldest idea you ever pursued? I'm going to need you to think about that. See, what I realized, y'all, is that it's easy for to start something. I mean, a lot of times, we will start something. Okay? We will start the diet. Yeah. You know, I'm going to hit you with the weight. We will start the diet. We will start going to school. We will start the business. But see what happens, something kind of give away in the middle. See, it's something about us being consistent and doing something over and over and over again in the middle, which is called the process. Okay, because you got the startup. We got that. We kind of have control of the startup, if that makes sense, right? You kind of got control of how you're going to move forward. See, the problem is we get lost in the middle because we don't know how long we are going to be in the middle. It's called the process. And see, there is no expectations for the middle because we don't know what to expect in the middle. How long is the middle? Okay? And we have a tendency to, once we started, we have a tendency to excuse ourselves out of the project. We have so much excuses because life gonna do what it's gonna do. It's gonna turn up. If you say you're gonna do it, you already know life say, oh, you do? I do too. And there's traps and things set up for you. It's in general. But when you really pick up a task or a goal, it's really going to attack what you got going on. You will get so frustrated that you will cut off your blessings when it's right there. That's why you can't stop. You can't stop because there is adversity and adversity is present. You do not stop what you doing. If that was the case, I wouldn't have been married as long as I've been married. I wouldn't be a mama. I would have gave that up 2 months after the baby was born. Okay, I wasn't ready. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You never know. You got to stick through it. You got to stick through the pain. You got to stick through it, and it don't do anything but build your story. Baby, we're not track stars. We're running a marathon, baby. We're not track stars. What you rushing for? What you doing? Take your time. You see, we study running to the next idea, next to the next idea, and nothing is being accomplished. Nothing is getting done. You running from one idea to the next idea because you start something and you never finish it. I know a person that this brother had a tow company. He was, I can't remember all of this stuff. It was so much stuff he was doing. Every time you turned around, he was on a new adventure. And still to this day, nothing is done. Is that true? Is that true? You see, we have to learn to complete the task. And what's happening is we don't complete the task and we keep excusing ourselves that we create a habit. It's a habit that we create for ourselves. So you're not going to get anywhere. So you create this habit of every time you start and then you don't do it. And you never get anything done. Okay. The more you finish what you start, the more momentum you will build to tackle bigger goals. Okay. Now, This was for free. Next time it'll be a fee. I don't know who that was for, but it was definitely for somebody. Let's get into it. Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful brother or sister. It is your girl, yo big homie, Tay Tay, and welcome y'all to TT Talk. Snip, snap, bring that thing on around. Okay. I don't even know what that means, but we're just going to throw that out there. First, we have to give a special shout out to the APAP team for allowing your girl. But keep allowing your girl, keep blessing your girl to use this here platform to represent God and his kingdom. And no, baby, I do not take your eyes or your ears or your time for granted. Okay, so let's get to the grits. All right. Listen, the first time I ever stepped into my own faith walk, I'm going to tell y'all a quick story about my first event. Okay. The first event I had was in June 11, 2021 was my first event. And this event was called the Night of Release. Prior to this event, I had got a call from a friend. And I was having a rough day that day. I was sitting in the parking lot of Bojangles. Okay, it was a rough day. That was during the time where my mom was in the hospital with her stroke. My life has taken a turn. I wasn't able to work. I was in a financial crisis. It was really, really hard because I didn't even know really the direction of where my life was going. This was just an event that was taking place, right? So my friend, she called me. I think I called her. I don't know. But we were talking. And out of the blue, now I'm telling her the stuff that I'm dealing with. And she comes to me and she says, Tish, girl, you need to do an event or something. Did you just hear what I just said? I'm crying on the phone and you telling me that I need to have an event. She said, listen, I'm just doing my part. You need to have this event. You need to get the women together. I don't know what you need to do, but you need to do it. Now, during this time, I was uncertain of the circumstances of my life. I was in the unknown, very uncomfortable, because I felt like with a lot of us, I didn't have a job, okay, to sustain me. So that didn't make sense for me to plan an event, and I don't even got a job to do it, right? So she told me that, and it sat in my spirit, and I prayed on it. And I said, well, God, I mean, if you want me to do an event, I mean, this is how I be talking. Like, we got this thing, right? So I'm like, God, like, if you want me to do this thing, like, for real, then I can't just plan. Like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I really didn't even know what to do. But I'm like, okay, well, God, well, what makes sense in my brain is that I need a venue. I need a place where we can have the event. He's like, all right, well, look for it. Remember what I keep saying, y'all? There, he will bless your movements. Okay. Because if I was fixated on what I had available to me and what was in my bank account, the night of release would have never happened. Okay. The plan, because I don't have it, it wouldn't have never went into action. I would have never did anything. So anyway, it didn't even take y'all long, y'all. This is a true story. This is my story. Okay. So there was like two places that I had called, two venues. The second one I met up with the lady, me and my mom. This is when she just was fresh up out the hospital. She could barely walk, right? So we go in there. And this lady, she was awesome. And we walking around, and I told her in the midst of the viewing, I said, can I just give you my vision? Right. So I explained to her the vision, the purpose, and what I was doing, where I was at, what I was dealing with, y'all. So now as we walking through and we getting ready to get to the yams, right? And I wasn't prepared, because I didn't have a dime. Okay, I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. The truth. Okay. So I was a little nervous, but I'm like, I'm here now. So I told her, I was like, all right, so How much we talking? Right? So do you know what that lady said? This is a true story, y'all. She said, well, you don't have to give me anything. Don't you worry about it. You can pay for everything the week of the event. You just need to sign this contract. She said, as a matter of fact, I'm going to give you a discount. So not only I didn't have to pay anything, but I was also getting a discount on the place because I ain't had no money down. And so when I got in my car and when I left there, I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. Like, are we getting ready to have an event? And I heard a voice real clear, calm, that peaceful voice that I talked about. It said, now get to work. And so I called a friend that was telling me that I need to have an event. I'm like, okay, well, I need your help now. And everything worked together. I went to call and he was blessing my stuff. I called my homegirl, Lourdes. Hey, boo. I called her up. And so she was like, girl, I got you on a decorating. I called two of my girlfriends. Shout out to Raquel with them good old string beans and my homegirl Cheryl. They was like, girl, we got you. We'll cook. My homegirl Jen, she was like, hey, girl, I'll do the gift bags. Okay. I'm like, because I like to give out stuff. I like to give people stuff when they come and they see me. I like to give. And if you know me, like, for real, anytime I have anything, I'm always trying to give something. I just feel that it's necessary. Yeah, this is my thing. But anyway, so I had to give and so everything just started. He just started blessing my movements and it was a beautiful experience. And it was during COVID and the max was 50 and y'all, I had 50 women. Lord, as you remember that? It was so many women you got scared and you ain't do that game. Yeah, okay. I ain't gonna throw you on the bus, but I did. I love you. But you got the path ain't never gonna be laid straight, y'all. It's not going to be, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to be this event coordinator and I'm going to plan an event. And while you you are a trendsetter. So when you are setting a trend, you got to go through some different things. Am I making sense? It's not all the ducks is not going to be in the row, baby. See, if I would have went on according to what I had, what was in my reality, I wouldn't have never done anything. I wouldn't even be here right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. I wouldn't even be here right now. He blesses your movement. So I don't care what it look like. Right now, I'm getting ready to have an event next month for the marriage couples. There's a problem. I want to be a solution to that problem. Because I see what's going on. So he blesses your movement. You got to get out there and move. Whatever you want to do, write it down. I had to write it down. I wrote it down. Then you move accordingly to bring it out. That's what you have to do. You got to move accordingly to bring it out. You have to start moving in a direction and make the call. You got to make the call. You got to get the quote. You got to send the email. Move. Quit making an excuse. Stop. Do your part so he can do his. When like, it made me think about the story. I was just reading the story when Jesus and the disciples, they had to pay Caesar, right? So when they was like, oh, Jesus, we got to pay Caesar. We ain't got no money. So guess what he told them to do? He didn't tell them, oh, go right there by the tree and pick up that bag and the money right there. You know what he told them to do? He said, well, you go out there and you fish. And then you open up the fish mouth and then you will find the money in the fish mouth. Do you understand? You got to go out and fish. Fishing ain't easy. I used to go fishing with my dad. That take forever. The fish do what they want to do up under that water. You understand? You got to be patient when you fish. You got to put the bait on there. You got to cast out the line and you got to sit and wait. That's a job. It's a movement. Am I making sense? You got to move. God, he ain't going to just be like, oh, there you go. The blessing. You can go get the money, but it's right here. No, it's a movement. It's a movement. Okay? So you got to, and that's just the way it's been. That's the way it's going to be. And that's the way it's going to end up. And when he gathered, look, his homeboys, the disciples that he was rolling with, you think they was sitting around watching TV? No, they was fishermen, tax collectors. What was Peter doing? They had different jobs. You can't be lazy, friend. Stop being lazy. It's enough. You was lazy long enough. God can't use you if you're lazy. How you gonna represent him like that? How you gonna represent him in the kingdom? You a vessel? How we gonna do that? Focus on you. Focus on the purpose. It's you against you for the rest of your life. Focus on improving and not proving. Because that's another way we get off too. Because we look at and we see what everybody else doing and we feel that, oh, well, God, you over there blessing them and I deserve it too. Focus on you. You don't know what they went through to get to where they at. Focus on you and your walk. And quit looking around. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I ain't got nothing to prove. This between me and God. God gave me this assignment. He didn't give it to you. He gave it to me. So I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I'm trying to get it right with him. At the end of the day, you have to just, you can't get off line because it's easy to do that. Vision should be the purpose for your activity. Your vision should be the purpose for your activity. Vision does not compete. Vision are unique assignments. You have a unique assignment. Okay. And the assignment creates the action. You was born to be creative and you wasn't born to do everything. You wasn't born to do everything. Listen, have you ever seen a bird that want to be a fish? Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen a cow that want to be a duck? We the only creatures that keeps trying to be other people. We the only creatures that keep trying to be other people. Dude, the birds perfected flight. That's what the bird do. The bird perfected flight. The fish perfected swimming. Because that's what's built into the fish. The fish was built to swim. What is in you? But see, you know what we try to do? We try to be like Jack. We try to call ourselves Jack. We are the Jack of all trades and not mastering nothing. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Okay. We're not mastering anything. Vision keeps you from being depressed. Your vision is not ahead of you. It is in you. Okay? So you just have to bring it out. I love this vision thing. It's my life. I'm so excited. I'm happy every day because I am in my purpose. Whether it's producing what I feel that it need to produce, I know that the seeds are breaking through this ground. I know it for a fact. And I'm putting everything on him. I put that on God. Can't nobody do nothing. If you try to do something to me, you're going to get in the way. What God got planned for me. Don't let nobody get in your way. Don't let them get in the way of what God got planned for you because he got a plan for you. Ask God. This is what you do. Can you do this? Ask God, what's a problem you can be an answer for? I'm going to say that again. Ask God, what's a problem you can be an answer for? Okay? Ask him that because you are here to solve something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that puzzle is. But you are here on purpose for a purpose. Please believe it. Okay? You can't just enjoy this message. You got to believe it and implement it. Listen, God loves you. He loves him some yous. Whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, you are loved by God. Okay, I'm going to tell you that on today. Hug yourself. Hug yourself. Because God loves you. Thank you for allowing your girl to pour this sweet tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. Y'all tune in next week and see what God is going to do. Because I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But this is what I do know. Tell yourself this. There are no more L's. There's no more L's. There are no more losses, baby. Anything you going through, you did not lose anything. Okay? All are lessons. We learn from our mistakes and we grow from them. No losses, all lessons. You got to tell yourself that. And each time you learn your lesson, you get wiser and you get stronger with each obstacle. You don't give up the fight. Keep fighting. It's a daily fight. Change one thing that you do in your routine. And I guarantee you, take some time out to work on your crazy mind because your mind is off. Okay? Work on it every day. Start off in the morning. Take 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever you got to do. Clear your mind before you enter into this crazy day. God bless each and every one of you. Share with a friend. Share with just one friend. I ain't asking. Share with 5 people. Just share with one friend. Okay? This is good word. Share the love. Share the love. Sharing is caring. Okay? God bless y'all. And I hope and I pray that I see you guys on next week. Mwah. Be blessed.